Okay, so Die Hard 2. Right now, back in 2020, Quibi was a thing and they signed loads of people to make content. Right? It was this short form TV, I think like a TV show, 10 minutes an episode, that kind of thing. But it fell apart. It fell apart because of the partly because of the pandemic, but mainly because of the terrible model. um, so they sold their library to Roku, who then put out the first season. It then got repackaged as a film, and Prime picked it up. So it seems, right, that has happened again. Because I thought, oh, did they just go to a film this time? No, they actually put out a TV show last year, which has been repackaged and turned into this film. So, like us, it is directed by Eric Appel and written by Tripper Clancy. Um, the film is produced by Candice Wilson Cherry, Jeff Flanagan, and Brian Smiley. It's executive produced by Eric Ty Walker, Mike Steen, Faye Tay Randolph, Luke Kelly Klein. I don't know why I can't speak today. Kevin Healy, Kevin Hart, Tripper Clancy, and Eric Appel, with line production from Jeff Melnick. Leo Bernenberg and Zach Robinson handled the music. Matthew Rodenberg is on cinematography. Peter Duggan was on editing duties. Production design is Scott Daniels. Matt Olivio is sound. And our cast, right? So obviously Kevin Hart is back as Kevin Hart. Natalie Emmanuel is back as Jordan King. We have got Ben Swartz as his assistant, Andre. Paula Pell as Cynthia, he's Andre's mother. John Cena is Mr. 206, who is Doug, right? Doug's mentor. There's Greg Kirk as the Swede. Deborah Simon is played by Melissa Ponzio. We've got Kevin's agent's receptionist, played by Alon McClevin. So Kevin's security guard is played by Boris Connolly. The commercial director is played by Brandon Morgan. Jeff Hector is the publicist. The masseuse is Latricia Akagbene. The pharmacist is played by David Chan. Stacey Hall is the barber. The nutritionist is played by Olivia Park. Makeup artist is played by Alex Darfin. Henry Law is the hiker. The doctor is played by Adam Tresher. And Kevin's agent is played by Kendrick Cross. So, yes, that is that. Now, the gist, right? Kevin now wants to cement his legacy as the greatest action star of all time after achieving his dream of becoming a bona fide action hero in Die Hard. He's developed a concept for a revolutionary movie where the action is so unscripted and unexpected that even Kevin won't know what's coming next. But Kevin's myopic dream comes with a blind spot, and he soon finds himself the victim of an evil revenge plot orchestrated by someone from his past. Kevin must enlist the help of his favorite co-star, Jordan King, his overeager assistant, Andre, Andre's mum, Cynthia, and legendary Hollywood stuntman, Mr. 206, if he wants to survive. Dum, dum, dum. Now, it opens up with a bang, right? The opening sequence is pretty fun. It's pretty fun with a real cheesy, beefy one liner at the end, right? And it's okay. It's not too bad. I think the interesting thing about the film is the kind of thing around stunt people, right? I think that's interesting, especially because stunt people are so maligned isn't the word, but they are not respected to the level they should be, right? People claiming to do their own stunts when they do not. You know what I mean? No Oscar for stunt people, right? It's crazy. So I thought that was an interesting kind of message in this film. Um, the I think the concept of it, right? The device of Doug, that was a bit terrible. I ain't gonna lie, that was oh, as soon as that helmet came off and you see, I just was like, oh no, oh no, right? We get a bad accent, some hammed up acting. It's just, I don't think it ever comes off that well. I feel there's probably a couple of occasions, but it's hard to think of them off the top of my head, right? So that was bad. Like, you know, the other action scenes, the fights, yeah, that's all good. That was fun. You know, it is a bit about everyone supposedly knowing jujitsu, you know what I mean? But it it was all right. I think the person that stole this film is Ben Schwartz. Ben Schwartz was great. Ben Schwartz was great. And the chemistry between Schwartz, right, and his mother, Paula Pell, Cynthia. I mean, that was fantastic, right? That really did steal the show. And there was times when you thought, are they channeling misery here? But no, the Cynthia Andre dynamic really did carry this film. And I think stop it from devolving into just like, now, not to say Natalie Emmanuel was good, right? Natalie Emmanuel is a very good actress, and Kevin Hart wasn't terrible. It's just, it's the Doug device that really hurts the film. That really hurts the film, and it gets a bit like, it doesn't necessarily make sense, you know? The the sword looks so fake. The sword looks so fake. I mean, also you kind of be like, all right, to forge, you need to make something so hot, right? It's not just lighting a fire. You can't just create a forge in your kitchen. You know, so yeah, the actual making of the sword is kind of crazy, but yeah, it looked terrible. The sword looked terrible, and it's where it goes, right? It's just like, someone, okay, if they're gonna do all of this, how, right? You need a level of money, you need a level of, so it's a bit confusing. It's a bit confusing, you know. And the end doesn't necessarily make any sense from where we originally leave it. So that's a bit like, huh? Now, they are making a season 3. So kind of be like, okay, so we kind of figure where they're gonna play season 3 from. But I don't know if I can do another one of these. right? I think this was maybe better than the first. The first one did feel like it's like, how many big names can we call upon, right? So yes, this one I thought is probably better than the first, but it's still. I think I'd be really disappointed if I saw it in a cinema, you know? Um, but then again, right, if you really like the first film, as I said, I think this is better. So you will really enjoy this one, right? And it's that level of comedy, right? It's the type that you like. Like there's ones that I just don't really vibe with. I'm not necessarily a I think it's Reno 911, right? Or there's one like it. Is it the one that got cancelled? I don't know. They're both about cops, but that's not really my thing. But I kind of feel if you enjoy it, then Die Hard 2 will, you will enjoy that, right? So, yeah, it depends what you like. But Die Hard 2 is now available on Prime Video as a film, or if you're in the States, you can watch it on Roku as a TV series. So, yeah, there you go. Die Hard to Die Harter. Oh, oh dear.